But what you want to get into this session?
I was it's a lot. So I ain't even had time to like what do you call it? Not decompress, but like
Yeah.
take all the I was just talking to Tim, my brother. It's like
Mm-hmm.
a lot has happened
Mm-hmm.
in a short period of time. And I've been working on this thing where when I was a kid, they kept asking me like, "Hey, what do you want to do when you grow up? What do you want to be?" And I was like, "I don't
Mm-hmm.
know." It was all over the place. But one thing I did know, I loved summer vacation, right? I wanted every
Yeah.
day to feel like the last day of school and like that first Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Like I wanted every day to feel like that. So after that, my answer was like, I want to work so that every day feels like a vacation. And everybody was telling me like, that's impossible. It's like, you'll get that when you retire, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Um, but lately I've been having that feeling. I've been trying to lock this feeling down, uh, like my whole entire life. Like, how can I lock in that feeling of like that nostalgic feeling? You know how you catch that
Mm-hmm.
nostalgia and it feels really
Yeah.
good because of a song or a smell or like, I don't know, like Will Smith's Summertime when that thing come on.
Yeah.
And you see somebody like with water guns and a bunch of
Yeah.
bikes on the side of the road, and it's like, oh snap! I remember them times. Like I'm realizing that if how to keep that feeling, and
Mm-hmm.
it's not what I like living every day like it's a vacation. Is not what I thought it was. It's more. I was telling Tim I keep this image or this video playing in my head of future me out in my house, getting my putting my boots on with my cargo pants and my nice shirt. I take my alibi dogs. We go out back. We walk in the woods. It's a little bit
Yeah.
chilly. Liz is with the kids, and I'm coming back. We put the kids to bed. We sit out on the porch. We're drinking iced tea, just rocking with the vinyl playing in the back and watching the sunset. Like that's constantly playing in my head. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and I carry that feeling. Like I just carry that feeling with me when I wake up. So I don't feel actually tired. I feel like I'm on the way there. Um,
Mm-hmm.
And then when I go to work, I'm not really, I'm doing what I need to do for work, but I'm not really paying attention to like, I'm
No,
not
I
putting my,
totally understand.
yeah, I'm not putting my heart and like, this is who I am into this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the very best at what I do, but I'm doing this to get to that video and that picture in my head. And then I get in the car, I play music that I actually have a playlist that's called like
Mm-hmm.
home vibes. And it's like all the vibes that I want to be in my home. So I play that music all the time. And when I'm in the car, I get those nostalgic feelings and I come home and then Liz is kind of like Liz, like, hey, right. And that kind of makes me feel good. Right. And then Nova's Nova.
Yeah.
And it's like, and like his little
Yeah.
girlfriend comes over and he go over to their
For real.
house.
I'm like, golly, dog.
Right. So I'm
I have to accelerate some stuff, some talk.
yeah.
Golly.
So I'm also I tell Liz a lot to like slow down. And I
Hmm.
mean slow down like we used to when we were kids. Like when a butterfly was flying by, we was like, "Oh wow, look at that butterfly!" Like, "Oh wow." Or when it used to like snow, I used to go out at night when nobody was out there and just walk in the snow.
Hmm.
and like hear silence, or catch fireflies at night with my brother. Like all that
Mm.
stuff I used to do. Like I can find things that are similar in my adulthood that I'm trying to do, and I'm trying to slow down enough to do those things so that I'm like living my life, not just heading to a destination and like feeling stressed out about it. And I've been trying to
Mm.
pull Liz into this so that I'm not doing this by myself. And then we might get in a disagreement about something that's important to her, but it's not important to me because I'm not living in that realm. I'm just like, I'm in this weird place of like nostalgic. I like putting
Yeah.
all this nostalgic stuff and like, I want to do this because this makes me feel this way and it's going to keep that feeling going. And even though we're struggling, like I just said, we might not even be able to afford this place. We might have to move. We might have to do this.
Mm.
Might not have enough money with my job making next year. We don't know, but I'm living and doing everything I can do, and the stuff that I can't worry about it. I gotta just keep focusing on those things that make me feel good. I don't know how to put that into words like as in like a topic, but
No, I got
that's
you.
what I
I
want to
mean,
talk about. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, if I was to, I guess you say, reflect off of like what I was hearing, I mean, I think you have been contemplating how to take advantage of moments, you know, during the day where you can kind of like rather check in with yourself, check in with people and things around you, which I think is that's very helpful. You know, it's kind of funny because, you know, again, yesterday, won't use names, but you know, there's a guy, a brother to me who, you know, I've been helping out. And I mean, him and you kind of, I mean, honestly, I probably even can invite him to something like this. He probably would love to. But he's an entrepreneur himself. He has so many goals, so many visions. He wants to do acting, clothing. I mean, actually, this is one of his shirts that I'm wearing. And so it's just like, it's
Nice.
so much stuff that he wants to do. And like, I mean, the people like you guys, I call them idealists, but not in like a negative way, but in a sense where it's like, I think your brain is wired to have the ability to not look at just what's in front of you. Like, take it from me, I'm a very logical person. I'm a very like, you know, analytical. So how I form reality is based off of what I see. And I think there's extremes to both, right? Like for me, my issue that I find myself in is that I could be heads down for a lot of things. I could be heads down for a lot of my life. And that doesn't mean heads down doing nothing. It's like I'm trying to do all these things that I see in front of me that, you know, when it comes to even like sitting down here and being like, hey, how you doing? I'm like, haven't had time to think about it. I don't know if I'm happy, sad, constipated. Couldn't tell you. But then I feel like for you, like your brain can't stop thinking about the future, can't stop thinking about what could be. And I think for me, it's like I'm trying to be in a sense more like you, where it's like, okay, Corbin, it's okay to dream. It's okay to envision things, set plans. But one thing I realize, and maybe this might be similar for you, it's like I want to adopt those characteristics, but I have to accept the reality that my brain is wired the way it is. And so for me, what I've been trying to do in a similar point, but working from an analytical, logical point of view, is like, I was like, look, I'm really bad at being spontaneous, but I do want to start planning things. This could be as simple as a date night, you know, with Val. This could be as simple as going on a beach trip or setting up a trip for our 10th anniversary. We're 9 years married. Next year will be our 10th. And what happens with me, and it's not a lack of passion, lack of love, but it's just like what happens with me is just like, okay, I wish I could just have that brain that be like, yeah, man, 10 years, I got us. We going to Barbados. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to get my abs. You know, I'm going to be good. We're going to be on the beach. My brain's just like, yeah, my girl's sick right now. I monitor her fever. We got her switching on Tylenol and Motrin every 3 hours. Like that's my brain, and that's where I'm at. And so I have to learn this. I call them skill sets. I think some of the things you naturally do, I have to look at them as skills. I have to have the skill to be like, stop for a moment, like maybe get a journal or something, or put up on a calendar being like, on this day, Corbin will plan to be spontaneous, or Corbin will plan to, like, do something. And it can sound like very simple or basic, but also at the same time, it can be very challenging, especially like where I'm at, like mentally. And I think like even like in the past weeks that we've had, like where we both had our different things going on each other, like I reached a point of burnout and I had to be like, okay, stop everything. Like I need to like one check in with myself. I know I'm doing bad, but I need to know why I'm doing bad and how I'm doing bad. And then I was just like, okay, now I need to, and again, logical person talking here. Sometimes I have to look at myself like a list where I'm just like, did I eat? Did I get enough sleep? Did I whatever, whatever, whatever? And there's things on this list, like there's things of like timeliness, and then there's things that I'm like, okay, like similar to what you were saying, like these are goals I want for my life and that I want to build to. And so I've been like trying to incorporate that, rather write them down. Like so far, I've just been doing like notes in my phone, but like just things where I was just like, hey, like I want to work towards this. I want these things to happen. And then I guess the next step for that, at least for me, is that, seeking out like accountability. And I think accountability can come from things like this, where, you're talking to people, friends, people you feel like will both challenge you and check up on you, and these things. So yeah, I feel that. I think just this idea of not, if I put it in lamest terms, like going with the flow, but actually like living your life of purpose, um, and trying to figure out
Yeah.
what that is.
Yeah, that's the key word. Is purpose.
Yeah.
Um I got kind of loaded, but uh I got here through trial and error. I had no other choice. Morphed, evolved, grew, whatever you want to call it, into this. Because we all have a past, and that other guy had to die,
Yeah.
or somebody else was.
Yeah.
So
100%.
I couldn't find a way to get out of being asleep, like sleeping on the floor with no bed and just having my headphones on, listening to music all the time. I couldn't
Hmm.
escape. And then um, I watched The Last Samurai, and there's like a few lines out of that stuck with me. It's like uh, he was in the one part where he's like, "Too many mind, too many mind." He was like, "What?" He's like, you're
Hmm.
thinking too much. Like, let it all go and go with what you feel. I was like, what? And I couldn't understand. I was just watching a movie, but I kept watching that movie because that movie took me from a high to a low, and I was broken at the end of it because it was like humbling. Like, I want to be like that. I want to be put in this scenario. I should have never said that. I want to be put in a scenario where I'm like him, right? And I find this peace. That's what he did. He found this peace at the end. He went back to Japan, and he actually stayed there. But I started writing, um, but all of it was angry. And then I got into this, I call it the enlightenment phase of my life where I just was leaving. I was going everywhere. I was just traveling, driving, go to Chicago, Florida, Virginia, Baltimore, Jersey, all over, Texas, New Mexico. And then I realized that I had all these feelings and emotions, but I left them in each one of those states or with different people. And I can never hold on to it. And I was like, dang, how do I keep that? Every time I come back home or get my own place, I feel horrible and alone. So I decided like to like meditate on that, like think about like, because then the Matrix, like trying to break out,
Mm-hmm.
trying to figure out my own mind. Like, can I be a master of my own mind? Like in The Last Samurai, I was like, dang, how do I do that? I really need to figure out myself. Like, I really need to know who I am because keep getting caught up in traps and people tricking me into getting angry and doing stupid stuff, or girls tricking me. I'm getting hurt. And it's like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm tired of all this. Like, this is too much. Like, I try love and I get hurt. I try anger and I get in trouble. Like, what is this? So,
Mm-hmm.
I decided to like just keep trying to figure out myself, like go deeper. Why do I do
Mm-hmm.
this? How do I feel like this? Why do I feel like this? Like think and think and think. And I went, I mean, I had time because I didn't have a job either. I was just sitting there
Mm-hmm.
thinking. And then I was like, okay, when I go to sleep, I dream. And when I wake up, it's gone. I was like, how can I pull that dream into reality? How can I pull that person that I am in my dreams out into reality? And the only thing I could think of was the feeling, like the feeling I have in the dream. I'm bringing it out. When I wake up, I'm going to hold on to that feeling and I'm just going to start doing stuff at that feeling. At first, it was brutal.
Mm-hmm.
The real me was a love person, but I've been this evil, dark, tough guy for years.
Mm-hmm.
So nobody, like, what the heck, Jay? Who are you trying to be? Like, you being fake. Like, you're not that. Like, you're a fraud. And
Mm-hmm.
it took me years to. At first, I was trying to prove it to other people, but then I was just proving it to myself. Like, this is who I am. And then I got just as I got I got as extreme as I was on the dark side. I got extreme and like I'm gonna die being this person. Like I was super
Mm-hmm.
extreme on the other spectrum, but I was like, I want to be a loving person. I want to be a caring person. I want to, this is who I am. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna just die being this person. Like I'm gonna do the right thing, and they're gonna kill me, literally just
Mm-hmm.
kill me. So
Yeah.
I did that with my family first, and it was bad. And Tim, if he was on here, he would attest to it. It was bad. It was brutal.
Mm-hmm.
Like, uh, if I didn't have people in my life during that time, man, I wouldn't have made it out of that. But then I
Yeah.
kind of I took music, I took the feelings that I had in my dreams, and I kind of, when I couldn't feel it, I used the music to keep me feeling like that. Like certain types of
Mm-hmm.
music to keep me feeling the way that I want to feel so that I can be the person I really want to be. And then after that, I just kind of started deciding like, okay, this is what I want. This is what it is. This is reality. I'm in this bad situation. In order for me to get
Mm-hmm.
here, I can't be in this. So I left and then it started from
Mm-hmm.
scratch.